Somewhere in Ford's subscriber agreement for connected services is a clause most F-150 owners have never read. It grants Ford Motor Company the right to remotely restrict or disable vehicle features, without your consent, without a court order, and without a phone call. You agreed to it the moment you activated FordPass. That is not speculation. It is documented in the FordPass terms and conditions, last updated in 2023, under the section titled Remote Features. The language is careful. It does not say, disable your truck. It says Ford may limit, suspend, or terminate access to connected features at its discretion. But in a 2021 through 2024 F-150, the line between connected features and the ability to drive that truck is thinner than Ford wants you to know. Here is what changed, and when it changed. Beginning with the 2021 F-150 14th generation platform, Ford integrated its Sync 4 system directly into core vehicle control modules. The body control module, the integrated trailer brake controller, and the ProPower onboard inverter system all route through the same FordPass connected gateway. That gateway requires an active subscription and active account authorization to unlock full functionality. This was not an accident. This was an architecture decision made at the product level. The specific module is the FCIM, the Front Controls Interface Module. In trucks built before the 2021 redesign, the FCIM was a standalone input device. You could replace it with an OEM part from any supplier, and it worked. In the 2021 and later F-150, the FCIM is network authenticated. According to NHTSA Technical Service Bulletin 21-2312, replacing or reprogramming this module requires dealer-level IDS software authorization. An independent shop with a standard J2534 pass-through device cannot complete the calibration. The dealer tool license for the Ford IDS system runs approximately $3,200 per year for a full access subscription. That means if your FCIM fails outside of warranty, and given that this is a first-generation implementation of a highly complex system, an independent shop cannot legally complete the repair to Ford specification. You go to the dealer or you go without. They did not build a better truck. They built a better trap. Now here is where it gets more serious than a repair bill. Ford's remote access architecture creates something that has never existed in the history of personal vehicle ownership. A third party, Ford Motor Company, maintains persistent administrative access to your vehicle's control network as a condition of its connected features operating correctly. This is not like OnStar in 2005, which was a separate telematics module you could physically disconnect. In the 2021 through 2024 F-150, the FordPass gateway is woven into the CAN bus architecture. You cannot remove it without affecting core vehicle functions. Ford's 2023 Connected Vehicle Privacy Notice confirms the company collects vehicle location data, speed data, acceleration and braking events, seatbelt status, and diagnostic trouble codes in real time. The data is transmitted to Ford servers continuously when cellular coverage is available. According to the same document, Ford may share this data with service providers, business partners, and government authorities as required by law. The last clause requiring no judicial oversight whatsoever. General Motors is running the same playbook. In 2023, Reuters reported that GM's OnStar subsidiary had been selling granular driver behavior data to insurance companies including LexisNexis Risk Solutions and Verisk Analytics without explicit consumer disclosure. GM owners who had activated OnStar found their driving scores had been shared and their insurance premiums had been raised accordingly. The FTC launched a formal inquiry. The data had already been sold. Ram, under Stellantis, introduced its Uconnect 5 platform in the 2021 Ram 1500 with the same cloud authentication dependency for its trailer brake controller calibration and its multifunction tailgate features. Stellantis filed for the Connected Vehicle Data Licensing Framework in Q3 of 2022. The internal projection, cited in a Stellantis investor presentation, estimated connected services revenue of $2 billion annually by 2026. This is not three companies making independent engineering decisions. This is an industry-wide migration toward a model where the vehicle you purchased is a platform that generates recurring revenue. And the mechanism that enables recurring revenue also enables remote control. The engine is the same. The permission to operate it fully is not. Ford has never publicly disclosed a case where it remotely disabled a privately owned F-150. That is the response you will get if you raise this. But the question is not whether Ford has used this capability. The question is whether it legally can, and the answer is yes, today, under the terms you agreed to. More importantly, the question of who else might compel Ford to use that capability is worth sitting with. A government agency, a lender who financed your truck, a court order in a civil proceeding. The infrastructure exists. The legal authority to activate it is already written into the subscriber terms. The only thing missing is a reason. There are also scenarios that are not remotely hypothetical. In 2022, a Canadian court ordered truckers participating in the Ottawa convoy protest to have their accounts and payment systems suspended. Several participants reported their fleet vehicles had telematics access revoked by fleet management companies responding to legal pressure. These were not privately owned trucks, but the mechanism was identical to what exists in FordPass today. The architecture does not distinguish between a fleet owner and a private citizen. It distinguishes between an authenticated account and one that has been suspended. You bought the truck. They kept the key. So what can you actually do? The answer is not to panic. It is to understand exactly what you own and what you do not own, and make decisions accordingly. First, know your build date. F-150s built before the 2021 model year do not have the FCIM network authentication architecture. A 2019 or 2020 F-150 with the 5.0-liter Coyote or the 3.5-liter EcoBoost can be serviced with a standard J2534 device at any competent independent shop. The specific cutoff is the 14th generation platform change. If you are in the market for a used F-150 and you want a truck you fully own, that is your line. Second, if you own a 2021 or later F-150, do not activate FordPass features you do not use. Every feature you activate is another point of remote dependency. The Pro Power onboard system, the connected trailer system, the remote start and remote lock features. Each one is a service layer that connects your truck to Ford's authentication servers. You can drive the truck without activating any of them. The moment you do not, Ford's remote access to those features is administrative access to your vehicle. Third, support the right to repair movement by name. The Repair Act, the Repair, Accountability, and Disclosure for Automotive Products Act, was introduced in Congress in 2023. It would require automakers to provide the same access to vehicle diagnostic and repair data that they provide to their own dealers. It has not passed.